Okay, y'all, what is up? It's Venzynt, and I'm sure you heard by now. D&D is having a little bit of a meltdown, right? In particular for the sort of peripheral third-party publishing stuff. Like obviously there's the official D&D classes, but then there's like other people also make classes, right? In their own books, and they have they have publishing, and they have their own products and stuff that tie in to D&D. So, Wizards of the Coast, the owner of D&D, released that was like last week. They released this new update to the license that third party publishers use to borrow from D&D or use some elements of the D&D game in their products, and it's like all fine and legal. They're trying to revoke it. They're trying to update it. They're trying to revoke it. They're trying to really screw over people that want to do that in the future. And I think the worst part of what it is, I think the worst part is called the OGL. What the worst part of what they've been trying to do with the OGL recently is really the wording of it. Really it's just phrased in a way that's so disgusting. It's anti-consumer. It's it's like blatantly anti-consumer, greedy, like minimum viable product, toxic corporate speak, a complete betrayal and disregard of all those publishers and creators that have added on to the game. It's bullshit. So then, because of that, all of those third-party publishers like Kobold Press and Kobold Press. Oh, Paizo just released something, which it's a whole thing. But they're starting to distance them. Well, they it seems like the majority of them were already in the process of distancing themselves from D&D. But now that's just sped up the timetable, and people are coming out the woodwork talking about, I'm developing my own game. I'm separate from the OGL. I'm not using any of that anymore. All of this kind of thing. And there's this like revolution or lines being drawn, that kind of thing. It's all pretty exciting, right? It's all pretty like, I wonder how all of that is going to play out. They were also talking about cancel D&D Beyond, right? Don't use that anymore. Everyone just exodus. Everyone just rebel versus D&D, right? Okay. Which, if that's like your thing, then cool, right? And I understand and respect that. And I am also interested in joining that and seeing what plays out with that over, on that side. Whether it's there's the new thing of like the black flag, they're calling it. There's the new thing of Paizo's open RPG creator license. They're calling it ORC, like orc. Pretty cool. Matt Colville is developing his own game. I was looking at some stream. Was that yesterday? I was looking at some stream. They was some. I think it was World of IO, World of something. They're making their own game too. So cool, great. And I would be interested in trying out some of those things. The only thing is, D&D Beyond is currently, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but D&D Beyond is currently unparalleled, right? Currently D&D Beyond has no actual good like alternative or competition. It's it's insane. It's possibly the most powerful tool for role-playing games online. What I like about it is you can have, honestly, what I like about it is for the characters, right? I'm a DM. And what I do is I have my player. What I'm a DM. It's very effective for me as the DM and also for the players to have their character sheets on D&D Beyond. Why? Because here's, I mean, it's an ecosystem, right? It's kind of like an Apple, right? It's kind of like Apple. It's kind of like Google. Once you get into it, it's hard to get out. But regardless of that, still D&D Beyond is the most effective thing. It lets you have your characters and your like inventory, right? It lets you have a campaign. It lets you set up encounters, characters, inventory. That's the most important one right there for me. For me, it lets you homebrew items. It lets you like click your attack. Like you can just click the button and you roll the attack, and it's all online. It all counts all your numbers and stuff for you. It's so convenient. It's insane. But there is that thing of the monopoly of it, right? That is the thing of like there should be an alternative. There should be a competitor. I don't know. There's also the thing of the D&D Beyond virtual tabletop coming out. If that happens, making a virtual table, like here's the thing. It's easy to make your own like license. It's easier to make your own license. It's easier at least to design your own game of we're gonna use these dice and we're gonna use these other like numbers and bonuses and whatever else, right? It's like it's not hard to formulate a system like that, put it into like a PDF or something, right? I mean, I could do that if I wanted. That's crazy you just said that because you would never do something like that. But I could do that. I mean, I've written things before. I have a decent thing of like with a basis of a D&D, with a basis of a roll 20 D20 system, right? Using dice to balance out the stuff, and then have the mechanics to represent your cool slashing swords or energy blasts or whatever, right? I get it. Creating a virtual tabletop is going to be it's a completely different beast. It's a completely different undertaking, right? If the VTT for Beyond comes out this year, it really is game over for third party for everyone else, right? It's going to be overwhelmingly the most accessible, convenient, like singular thing, right? Because currently I use Beyond for characters and inventories, but I use Roll20 for the actual maps. I use Roll20 for the actual maps and like tokens and battles, movement, all that. So we'll see. Really, my point is that if that's like the realm of what you're doing is sort of the peripheral third party thing, cool. And I do like that kind of thing. I do like Matt Colville, right? I do like Dungeon Dudes, right? Their stuff. The Dungeon Coach with his book that he has, third party, right? I do like those things. And for those creators, this is terrible. For those and for WotC, for Wizards, right, to do that to them, gross, terrible. A complete disgrace and betrayal and and sheer hubris and greed on behalf of corporation what's new. But in terms of the like functional tangible process of playing the game, I'm still going to be playing D&D probably until something else is as effective. If a different system gets their numbers and their inventories, gets their numbers, inventory, and characters online, That's what really matters, right? Having your own rule book doesn't matter for me, right? Everyone has their own thing. Some people play in person, right? Some people are okay with not having the numbers be online, digital. Cool. For me, I need characters, inventory, and all of your numbers and rolling and all that automated, online, convenient. Beyond has that. No one else has that. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, because not counting like Roll20, not counting a game that has their system playable all in a single package. That's what I'm saying. Once that happens for Paizo's thing, once that happens for Kobold Press's new thing, it's lit. Otherwise, yeah. So for my campaign, my campaign that I'm running right now, Muriel's Chosen, is still gonna be just on. It's just I see people completely burning down, right? And it's like, you don't got to do all that, right? Like you don't have to go to that extreme. You're really gonna change your campaign over from, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, you're really gonna change your campaign over from D&D to Pathfinder in the span of one session, in the span of like 1 week. Last week y'all played D&D. This week y'all playing in Pathfinder. Okay, sure. For me right now, Muriel's Chosen is gonna still be in D&D. My other campaign had to phase out, had to stop that one. My next campaign will probably be in D&D as well. Like I said, just the convenience of it, just the combination of all of it in one place. Highly like user friendly. I think I want to put it out there. I mean, I want to put it out there. If all you do is just play like normal D&D, if all you do is just play like the normal thing of like, I'm gonna play a Dragonborn Paladin, you know what I'm saying? Then like you're cool, you're fine, right? Like, if you want to play a Dragonborn Paladin and you want to play Shadow of the Dragon Queen, you don't need to melt down over this thing, right? You don't need to melt down, burn up, freak out about like this thing. If you want to play like an orc barbarian, you're fine. You're chilling. If you want to play like a Hexblade Paladin, what's that? Right? It's like, it's fine. It's not that bad. It's bad because the corporation exposed their hideous demon of greed face true form, right? But otherwise, like, who cares? And we'll see how things develop going forward. Like around this time tomorrow, I'm playing Muriel's Chosen on my Twitch channel. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you want to see that. We're on episode 31. The party is going back to the main capital city of Alistair. Yes, sir. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. What I really wanted to get out there is like, if you're just playing normal D&D with the straight up classes in like the normal Forgotten Realms or like a homebrew setting, right? What I do, another thing. Oh God. Okay, so another thing. People talking about, oh, if you put your thing on Drive Through RPG, or if you put your thing on DM's Guild, or if you publish something, they're gonna be able to have it and own it, and they could take it and sell it as their own. They can have the rights to your content, right? They want a percentage of 25% off of you, even if you are not making profit money. Insane, terrible, truly terrible and gross and disgusting. But yeah, for myself, I mean, here's the thing, who actually plays like Forgotten Realms? I would love to know who plays Forgotten Realms as like a percentage of who plays the actual canon setting of D&D. right? Versus who plays homebrew or like Star Wars or Skyrim setting onto D&D, something like that. So if you're playing normal D&D stuff, then like don't freak out. If you want to go for the third party thing because of how blatantly terrible Wizards of the Coast has been with that new OGL, that's respectable. That's understandable. If you're currently playing a D&D campaign, you don't really need to switch over to Pathfinder immediately. Like unless it works for like your players in your group and all that, then sure. I mean, really, it's just the mechanics of it, right? Really, it's just the mechanics of it because you could put your gameplay into any different like world or something, right? World or setting or time period. So yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, leave a comment of what you think about all of that. Definitely an interesting time. And then I'll see you in the next one. Yeah.